Okay, so hello, welcome back to Gumide's Coins and Banknotes, and today we have some more Hong Kong banknotes, but these ones I never got in circulation in Hong Kong. I purchased these online, and if you're going to purchase something like this for your collection, these are all pretty low grade banknotes, so I would grade none of these as high and very fine. But if you're starting a banknote collection, these are good for a space filler, because over time what you want to do is increase the quality of your banknotes, and most likely with these ones, because they are no longer in circulation in Hong Kong, you're going to purchase these online. So what I do is, first of all, I purchase these pretty much close to face value, probably a little bit less than face value, because if you can spend them in Hong Kong, but a lot of people don't go to Hong Kong, so then you would probably try and actually exchange them at a bank for your local currency. But banks are not going to accept these because they're old banknotes, and a lot of them, they just don't know about banknotes. Like my wife has gone to Hong Kong and she took some 50 Australian dollars, and the first generation of polymer notes, they're starting to reject those now. So basically the banknotes issued from 1995 to 2000, when was the last year issue? 2000 and I think 14 was the last print run. That's just from memory. Yeah, those ones, you're probably just better off spending them in Australia, or exchanging them in Australia of new series, because it's going to be harder and harder for you to exchange those overseas. Anyway, so let's have a look at these banknotes. So the first ones we have is the HSBC Bank, and this one was first printed in 1985, and the last print was in 1992. But they circulated pretty much until most of them were too worn to actually be used in circulation. And in 1994, they actually issued a $10 coin, which is this here. But this one has pretty much fallen out of use in Hong Kong. And these ones, every time I go to Hong Kong, I at least get one of these green banknotes. But a majority of them are the actual purple banknote, which I don't have on the table at the moment. Anyway, so basically these ones are no longer in circulation, but we have the coat of arms of Hong Kong at the time, so it has the English coat of arms down above, and a port scene for an overseas territory. The watermark is a lion, because lions are guardian animals. We have a security thread, and on this side we have a junk boat and a modern cargo boat, and the HSBC Bank. So this is the current one in Hong Kong, and these are the two guardian lions that are actually outside the front. So pretty much exchange rate's roughly about $2 Australian, so you should actually pick these up for close to that. But I try and sell it for just a little bit over, so I'm not going to sell it for face value. If you sell on eBay, you've got 15% fees, so it's $2.30, so probably $2.50 to $3. Okay, that one is dated 1988. Then you got 1989. So these are also good if you want to get a typeset. Typeset just means all the date runs, or maybe one banknote of each of the series. And then you'll probably try, like if you just want one banknote of each series, maybe you just want a specific date, so probably 1989, or maybe all of them 1992, so the last print run. So this one also has the same, and it has the same value pretty much. Okay, the next one we have, so this is the Standard Chartered Bank. So these ones were also first printed in 1985, and in 1985 the HSBC and the Chartered Bank were the only two banks issuing banknotes. The last print was 1991. So they finished a year before. It has. So this one's 1990, and looking at Numistar, it says only 8% of people who have this banknote have this date. So this seems to be one of the scarcer dates. Probably the scarcer sort of key date for this bank. So we have Roman Legionnaire as a watermark, a security thread, and we have, okay, as a mythological creature. And it seems that the Numistar website is not working. Anyway, so on this side we have the, I believe this is the third building of the Standard Chartered, and we have the coat of arms of the United Kingdom. So it has a lion sticking its tongue out at you, being a smartass, and a unicorn. So obviously the British Empire is a mythological thing. So these ones also, along with the HSBC, pretty much about $2, $2 to $3 in this circulated grade. So, but if you can't actually sell any of these, and you go visit Hong Kong, you can actually just spend them, and that's what I might do for these banknotes. Okay, the next lot of banknotes are from the 1993 series, and these were printed to 2002. So here we have the 1994, we have a lime, and these ones all have the same line. The current series of HSBC banknotes, the line actually changes its head, so it's actually, I think it starts looking left, and by the end it actually ends looking right. Okay, and the good thing about this is that the background is the skyline of Hong Kong, so it looks like it might be Kowloon. It's a bit hard to tell. And the watermark is the lion. So for this series, the watermark is the lion from all the banknotes, and here we have, so that has 20, and it's a security feature, so you can see 20 there. And here we have on this side pretty much the same as the $10, just the HSBC building and two lions. And but this side we have the Hong Kong ferry, and here we have the Kowloon clock tower. So that's currently in place, although it's a bit further away from the coastline. Okay, the exchange rate of the Australian dollars, so this is about $4. And there is a few of them. And because the HSBC prints the most number of banknotes, they go through a lot of their prefixes quite quickly. So once again, and then we have another $20. This is 1996. So we'll say again, you can spend these as a $20 banknote in Hong Kong, although I have not got one for quite a while. So people will recognize them. They know it's 20 Hong Kong dollars, although a lot of people probably have forgotten that these were ever in circulation. And none of these seem to be scarce. The key date you seem to want is the 1st of Jan 97. The other date, 1st of July 97, seems to be common. And the January, 1st of January 2000. So 97, 2000 is the dates that you want. It seem to be scarce for this date. Okay, $50. So the colours are quite similar. This one's like a brownish colour, and this one is a purple. So in 2003, they changed this one to a blue note, and they changed the $50 to a green note. So that's also another thing that makes them pretty different from the current series. Now they've just unified all the colours, which previously they did not do so. Okay, so this one is dated, gee, it's a bit hard to see for me, getting a bit blind, 1998. And when I first went to Hong Kong in, actually it was 2003, the green banknotes were not in circulation, and I actually exchanged money, which I never kept any of them, and I got a whole bunch of these $50 banknotes. So these are the first banknotes I ever used in Hong Kong, and these are about $9.14 in the exchange rate. And the scarce date is 1997. Seems to be the now how I get this scarce and the common is I look at the Numista statistics. It's got frequency. It means people put in what bank and what date they have, and 1996 is the lowest. And interesting thing is that 98 actually restarted the prefix, so it started from A. No, 97 they started from AA. Don't know why, because the last prefix of that one is DR. So something went wrong there. They just restarted the number prefix, which currently they just do that after they've gone to ZY, because ZZ is a replacement prefix. On this side we have the same theme, the HSBC building. This one we have a dragon boat race, so that's very interesting. So I'll probably go and spend that in Hong Kong. So have a look at that. It's pretty poor. Okay, the last three I have are the 20 Hong Kong dollars, and these are pretty common. So they don't have a 200 Hong Kong dollar. The next banknote is the 100 Hong Kong dollar, which is brown, and this one's red, and the current banknote in circulation is also red, so they kept the colour. This is 94. Once again, we've got the line. The scene, not too sure, did this scene actually change from different banknotes? I don't think it would have. It would have been good, you know, they could have actually put the older Hong Kong, and then on the 1000 they have the currency as it was back then. Okay, now the 94 seems to be quite common, 32% of people in rooms don't have it. The 1996 is the scarcest, so that's the one that I'm looking for. And the watermark again, and on this side we have So it's a pity that they did destroy it, because the buildings, the actual mansion is surrounded by high-rise buildings and it just looks horrible. Anyway, you can still use these in Hong Kong. And I've got 3, so I've got about $300 or 60 Hong Kong Australian dollars worth. So yeah, these ones are probably not really worth selling. You can check on eBay and see how much these sell for. And I would say these will probably struggle to sell for close to 30 bucks. So you're probably just going to get face value for this type of stuff. So basically what I like to do is just buy these banknotes for less than face value, and then just go and spend them in Hong Kong. It's just a nice part of history that you can do when you go overseas. And you can do that with a lot of currencies as well. So if you go into the United States or England, actually United States, you can buy old banknotes and spend them, especially if they're face value. The UK demonetized the banknotes, the old paper ones you can't use anymore. Nice coin. Anyway, thank you very much. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time, and take care.